The season hangs in the balance. Game 6, Rangers-Lightning. Welcome back, hockey fans. Welcome in if this is your first time to the channel. I'm Josh. This is the Hockey Flow, and tonight it's Friday, June 10th, 2022. That's right, we got to preview Rangers-Lightning Game 6. Rangers season is on the line. It's do or die time, but that's tomorrow night. Doesn't mean we didn't have any hockey to talk about today, though. We do have a couple of things to get to on Today in Hockey. First, we got some headlines, then we do have some scores. That's right, I did say scores. We have our IIHF U18 Women's World Championships going on. We got to cover those, right? And we do have to get to our Game 6 preview. Absolutely, that's probably what you're here for. We're going to preview that and maybe even give you a pick. We haven't done too well this round, but we're looking to rebound and round out it nicely. And then we're going to conclude the video with probably my favorite part, the article deep dive. Today we're heading to OilersNation. Let's go Oilers, baby. We're taking a look at Jesse Puljujarvi, and I tell you what, even if you're not an Oilers fan, this is going to be a fun one because Jesse Puljujarvi, I don't know if you saw the news, but it sounds like he might be on his way out, and a lot of teams would probably be interested in the lad, and I'm going to tell you why. So stay tuned towards the end. That's going to take up the majority to finish the video, but if you do enjoy the content, take a moment, like the video, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Gonna keep bringing you videos every day, but it does help us out immensely, so I do appreciate it. And keep commenting. I love talking with you guys. Been so much fun so far, but without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Headlines. All right, Buffalo Sabres fans, it's been a while since we've had you guys in the headlines, but Ryan Miller, this one was neat. His number 30 is going up in the rafters. Going to be retired next season by the Sabres, and he sent out a nice message on Twitter just thanking them so much. He is honored. They put out a nice little tribute video too. Definitely check that one out, but definitely congrats to that one, Mr. Miller. Very exciting indeed. Colorado Avalanche, you guys are prepping for the Stanley Cup Finals, getting ready, getting rested. So we got some random news and notes. Nazem Kadri, Andrew Cogliano, it looks like they may actually play this next series. Both of them are out with finger injuries, broken fingers, thumb for Kadri, finger for Cogliano, I believe. Didn't think they were going to make it, but it sounds like they might actually, so haven't been ruled out at all. We also got Tendy questions. Who's going to start Game 1? Is it Darcy Kemper or is it Pavel Francois? We don't know. Bednar doesn't either. I bet he probably does, but more to come on that one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments who you think should start. I kind of think Francois might. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, absolutely. But we did have some scores, right? IIHF, the U18 women, they're going through their World Championships right now, so we got to check in. Switzerland did beat Germany 1-0. Canada beat Slovakia 7-0. I tell you what, what's going on with Canada? They're on the right end or the wrong end of 0-7 scores. I think U.S. actually was up 8 at one point, but Sweden did beat the Czech Republic 2-1 as well. This tournament's been a lot of fun. Definitely check out all the action highlights over on Twitter as well, but let me know in the comments what you guys think of it as well. Who do you think is going to win this puppy? All right, playoff picks. So as you can see, we're 10 games above 500. We got Rangers Lightning. As I said at the beginning, this is do or die time, baby. And I tell you what, everyone's talking about the kid line, right? Oh, and everyone only wins at home. Well, okay, those are the narratives. We get it, ESPN. You can see the obvious, right? Well, there are other pieces of this game that we want to talk about as well. I want to talk about K'Andre Miller. My goodness, for the Rangers, this guy has been a beast most of the season. I mean, all season. Who are we kidding? Rangers fans, you'll have to let me know in the comments how good he truly has been. But everything that I've seen from him, he's just dynamic, right? He's a defender. He's big, physical, fast, got good stick skills, got a decent shot on him. K'Andre Miller, yeah, he's definitely my one to watch. Goodness, that Rangers back line, you got Fox. We did a video yesterday on Ryan Lindgren, and you got K'Andre Miller on that second line. Brendan Schneider hasn't even been too bad. He let one in last game. But I tell you what, we got a game. Game 6, Lightning Rangers. I picked the Bolts to win the series. Not tomorrow, my friends. The Rangers are going to do it. They're going to force a Game 7. I need it. I need the Game 7. Rangers, don't disappoint me. But let me know in the comments, are the Rangers going to force it? Or Lightning going to clinch it and move on to the Stanley Cup Finals to play the Colorado Avalanche? All right, article of the day. I love these articles, man. And let me know in the comments if there's any that I'm missing or where I should be reading. But this one's coming to us from OilersNation. And this one's Jesse Puljujarvi. Why is he so polarizing? This one's coming to us by Jason Gregor. And I tell you what, if you're an Oilers fan, Jesse Puljujarvi is exactly that. He is polarizing. My goodness. Even this season alone, peaks and valleys. It's a roller coaster ride, but you either love him or you hate him. There is really rare to find someone that's just like, yeah, he's a solid NHL player. And to be honest, I'm guilty of that too. As an Oilers fan, I am a very big Jesse Puljujarvi fan. I love what he brings to the team. And we'll get into it. This article was really good. Jason Gregor did a wonderful job. Essentially, he's kind of summarizing his previous articles on Puljujarvi as well, but he says since the day that they signed him to that entry-level contract in 2016, the 4th overall pick, we got to have patience with the lad, right? He's young, he's needs to mature. There's so many things he could be, and after his first season, he probably shouldn't have been playing in the NHL as an 18-year-old, but they threw him in there, and he didn't do too bad, right? But again, Gregor was saying, I preach patience after his second season, preaching patience, and that's going to be a theme looking into this. But he's always been polarizing. He was, like I said, the 4th overall pick, and it appears to be the complete package. He can skate. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. Can handle the puck on occasion. He got a decent shot. He's so physical. He can hold off defenders. He forechecks. He puts the work in. There's a lot to love with Jesse Puljujarvi. But was he rushed to the NHL? It looks, his time in Europe, he actually played better afterwards, and it kind of looks like, well, should he have just kind of done that to begin with, right? Should we have plopped him over in Finland to begin with and then saw how he developed moving on? Oilers fans, let me know. That's a topic for another debate, but he flashes the brilliance after he comes back from Europe. That becomes more consistent, right? And he has detractors, he has promoters, he's got folks on both sides of the fence, and this article did a really good job of explaining both sides, and kind of, even if you just hop on Twitter and look at the Jesse Puljujarvi talk, you see this, promoters, he's an analytic darling, the numbers, the deep dives. This included The Athletic. I've got the player card pulled up, and if you look at this, 1.9 game score value added, thank you Dom and Shayna. That's almost, it's not elite, but that's almost a top line winger there for Jesse Puljujarvi, according to Dom with The Athletic, and that's an analytic driven model, right? That's very deep divey. So he's an analytic darling, and I do like the analytics, right? Like, I like to combine a mixture of both of that and the eye test. And Jesse, he does things that just frustrate you so much, right? But he does a lot of things that just, oh man, if you could put it all together. And that's where his detractors come in. Does he really provide anything? Is he doing anything for the team? And personally, it's tough to remove that bias, from this conversation. Does he provide anything? Yes, of course he provides something. I think he has a great impact on the ice. And his supporters are going to say, he makes Connor McDavid better. Look at the numbers with him on the ice. But what Jason Gregor brings us back to, and I appreciate that he does this, is the truth lies in the middle. And if I'm being completely honest, yes, I'm a fan of Jesse Puljujarvi, but I do see him for what he is. His beginning of the season was excellent. I'm looking at it like, oh my gosh, how are we going to re-sign this guy for $5-6 million? And now we're looking at it at, boy, if we could get him for $2, that's pretty solid. And that's because his production and where he's at, he's 24 now, going to be 25. He is an NHL player. He does things really well. He's a good skater, he works hard, and he's good on the forecheck, right? But he also does things that frustrate you. His actual production is that of a third liner. You can't argue with that. That's the numbers, right? And I won't even argue with that. Okay, fine. His numbers say he's a third liner. And to be honest, he looked great playing on the third line with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at times. I like him in the second line playing with Draisaitl. But that's, again, topic for another discussion. Might be a moot point moving into next season if you listen to Ken Holland. But the other side that he struggles is his decision making, and he's always had stick issues. Just in the playoffs alone, we've seen him flail on a few one-timers. Like, man, that would have been amazing, and he just whiffed. Like, oh, he's out there flailing around. So Jesse Puljujarvi, he's very polarizing, and I agree, he is. He's got nothing but promoters and detractors. He has not very many people in the middle, but I do think he's a solid NHL player. I think the Oilers should re-sign him if we can re-sign him for that $2 million dollar figure. That's a good value signing for the team. If he ever does put it together, though, my goodness, like, is this another Valery Nichushkin with the Avalanche? He leaves the Stars and goes to another team, and Now, he's in the Stanley Cup Finals, tearing it up. So, let me know in the comments, Oilers fans, what should the Oilers do? I know the talk right now is possibly trading him. Should they trade him? Should we have patience? Jason Gregor says, we should have patience. I want to have patience too. If we can sign him for the right figure, I think it would work out for us. But that's going to do it for the video today. Jesse Puljujarvi, my man. But let me know how we're doing in the comments. We are going to be giving away something hockey related once we get to 100 subscribers. That's where we're at. We're on the race to 100. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for all the support so far. This has been fun. Until tomorrow, cheers.